Hi there, welcome back. Emma here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am glad you chose my channel in this video to practice with today. So roll out your mat. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll start today in a standing forward fold. Really wide stance. Knees bent a lot, arms hang heavy. Now, depending where you're at throughout your day, this might feel good. It might feel a little challenging, especially if it's first thing in the morning. So just give yourself some grace. The more you bend your knees, the more relaxed it's going to feel. You can kind of think of someone lifting you up from your hip points, and then a weight in the crown of your head pulling you down. From here, I like to grab opposite elbows. It's like my favorite stretch, so I cue this in most of my classes. If that feels good, go for it. If you'd rather just keep your hands on the mat, go for that as well. If you've got opposite elbows, maybe you start to add a gentle sway or some figure eights. Just kind of letting go of whatever your day has brought so far, whether it's good, bad, or doesn't have a label. Just kind of let it go. Right now, it's just you and the four corners of your mat, your breath. Switch to the opposite forearms on top. You'll notice the backside of the body gradually starts to loosen, to open, making this feel even better. One more breath. Let your arms hang heavy. Put a pretty big bend into your knees and slowly start to ragdoll yourself to stand. Almost as slow as you can. Come all the way up to standing. You'll roll the shoulders, the head up last. Shoulders come down your spine. Take an inhale and an exhale. Bring your hands to heart center and press your thumbs into your sternum. Notice the sensations you feel in your body. Feel the weight of your feet pressing into the earth. Feel the lift through the crown of your head. Steady breathing in and out through your nose. Gently open your eyes and bring your arms down by your side. Inhale, sweep both arms out and up. Reach your right hand down your right thigh. Stretch your left arm up and over, side bending. Send your hips over to the left. All right, so you'll kind of bend into your left knee while you're here. Start to dip your torso down to the right until you come down with the left hand to the mat. Stretch your right arm up, nice twist. So you're kind of in a forward fold, left knee bent, left hand down and right arm high. Start to roll out the shoulder. You can make big circles. If it feels better, you could just roll out your wrists. Bring your right hand down to meet your left. Turn your heels in, your toes out. Drop your seat. Don't drop it all the way. Just kind of send it back and rock into the hips. I like to walk the hands forward. Move the hips a little bit side to side. Gradually start to lower them all the way until you find a nice yogi squat with the hands at heart center. Thumbs to sternum, elbows press your knees away. Lift through the crown of your head, gentle tuck of your chin. Drop your seat down, bring your shins forward, Navasana, boat pose. Parallel your shins with the mat, palms face each other. We'll tap the right toes to the mat, lift, left toes, lift, right, left. Keep going here. If it's too much, you can bring your hands behind you for a little bit of support. If you'd like even more of a challenge, you can straighten your legs. We'll be here for 5. Last 4. Stick with it. I know it's hard. 3. Last 2. 1. Great. Lower all the way down onto your back. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a big stretch. Hug your right knee into your chest and roll out your right ankle. Feel a nice compression on that right hip joint. And then send your right leg straight up. Catch behind your hamstring or your calf for a calf stretch. Pick your head and shoulders up off the mat. Peel the shoulder blades up. Keep your feet flexed. Heels stamping. Elbows come out. Great. Lower your head and shoulders down. Big stretch. And then exhale. See if you can roll yourself using your core all the way up to a seated forward fold with the legs straight. Forehead towards your shins. Reach your sternum towards your big toes. Lengthen the backside of your body. Walk yourself back up to a seat. Now, if you need some momentum or the help of your hands, go for it. Otherwise, we're going to try to use the strength of our legs. So first, just bend your knees so your heels are close to you. And then I kind of need to get a little momentum. We're going to rock up to a standing forward fold. So I like to lift the feet up, plant the feet down, and turn myself into a U-turn. Now I know that's really hard. I think it's a lot easier when your legs are really short, so that's why I have an easy time with it. Anyway, we're going to meet in a standing forward fold. And then let your arms go and slowly ragdoll yourself all the way up to stand. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take an inhale and an exhale. Reach your arms up and out, and then bring your left hand down your left thigh. Big side bend, send your hips to the right. You'll start to bend your right knee. Dip your chest down over the left leg. The right knee stays bent until the right hand finds the mat. Left arm goes high for a twist. Start to circle out the left shoulder or just the wrist. Release your left hand, turn your toes out, and then again, you're kind of rocking your hips side to side as you lower your butt back and down. Maybe your hands walk out a little bit. Kind of looks like some sort of beetle or maybe a frog. Lengthen your spine, and then drop your seat towards the mat for yogi squat. Hands heart center. Gentle tuck of your chin. 3, 2, 1. Seat down, Navasana, boat pose. This time, hands behind your head. We're going to crunch right elbow towards left knee as your right leg straightens. Back through center, left elbow, right knee. Moving side to side, keep those elbows wide. We'll be here for 5. Exhale to twist. 4. Last 3, 2, 1. Arms forward, slowly lower all the way down onto your back. Take a big stretch, arms overhead. Point your toes, hug your left knee in, roll out that left ankle. Feel the compression in your left hip. And then stretch your left leg up, clasp behind your hamstring or your calf. Flex your feet so your heels are stamping. And then lift your head and shoulders up. Peel the shoulder blades off the mat. Avoid rounding your spine. So think chin lifting. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend everything long. Great, and then this time, I'm just gonna have you roll to one side all the way over onto your belly. Scoot yourself back towards the center of your mat. Bring your feet out wide, mat's distance. And then walk your hands to the top corners of your mat for seal pose. So arms straight, release your glutes. You should feel some compression in your lumbar spine. Think chest forward, shoulders plugged down, press down through your pubic bone. Lower yourself down, walk the elbows in so the forearms are parallel. Walk the feet in and tuck your toes. Let's find a forearm plank. Shoulders over elbows, look down between your forearms. Squeeze those inner thighs. Start to walk your feet towards your elbows. Dolphin pose, but you don't need to walk super far to start. Imagine you're trying to slide your forearms forward. You're making space for your head. Press into one or both hands at the same time. Press back, downward facing dog. If you need to realign your stance by stepping the feet back a little bit, go for it. Lift from your outer hips, firm down those palms. Lift your heels up and drop both heels over to the right. Maybe your left foot steps behind your right heel. Back through center, high, and heels left. Maybe right foot steps behind. Back through center. Downward facing dog. Let's inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, step up to your right thumb. Inhale, rise up to a high lunge, crescent warrior. Sweep both arms up. Big breath in. Exhale, let's twist the right arm back, left arm forward. Press the palms back. Bring your right hand to the back of your left thigh. Reach your left arm up. Full breath in. Start to lower your left knee to the mat. Untuck your toes. Keep the arch in your back. And then find a half split. Hands frame your right foot. Shift the weight back. Right toes flexed. Great. Rebend your right knee. Step your right knee back to meet your left. Inhale up, camel pose. Reach up out of your waist. Exhale, fold forward, child's pose, but keep your knees together. Keep your shins exactly where they are. Kind of crawl yourself forward to a puppy pose. Forehead down or chin to the mat. And then slide yourself all the way forward to Sphinx pose. Toes tuck, forearm plank. Walk your feet towards your elbows. Dolphin again, maybe feet come a little bit closer. Lengthen through the triceps. Really press down through the shoulders, make more space for your head. And then one hand at a time or both. Downward facing dog. Realign yourself if you need. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step up to your left thumb. Inhale, rise, high lunge, crescent warrior. Take a big breath in. Exhale your left arm back, your right arm forward, twisting. Left hand to the back of your right thigh. Reach your right arm up. And then lower your right knee down slowly because you're keeping the back bend. You're still in control. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg. Shift your weight back a little bit. Rebend your left knee, step your left knee back to meet your right. Inhale, camel pose. Exhale, child's. Keep your knees together. Shift forward, puppy. Tailbone lift, maybe chin to the mat this time. Slide forward onto your belly, Sphinx pose. This time, forehead to the mat. Walk your hands back so they're in line with your shoulders. Roll yourself up, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Step up between your thumbs. Pivot up into a warrior two. Shoulders melt. Shift your gaze over your right fingertips. Inhale, straight legs. Turn your right toes in. Exhale to goddess. Heels in, toes out. Scoop the tailbone underneath you. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front of your mat. So bend your left knee. Sink your hips. Melt the shoulders. Squeeze the glute muscles towards each other to open your hips. And then windmill your hands to the mat. Send your left leg up and back. And exhale, meet in a downward facing dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet, back of the mat. Peace sign fingers, catch your big toes. Thumbs cap your big toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge over your legs, elbows wide. Release that halfway lift. Walk yourself out to a plank position. And I think this is actually our first chaturanga of class. So lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna build a pretty simple but effective flow here. So we're gonna move one breath, one movement. It's nothing crazy posture-wise, but it's meant to get your heart rate up. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, step up to your right thumb. Pivot your left heel down, warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, goddess to the side. Inhale, star pose, reach up. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front. Inhale, breath, reverse warrior. Exhale, breath for a twist. Left hand down, right arm high. Reach your right arm up. Drop your left knee, sweep both arms up, low lunge. Reach up and back. Exhale, palm the mat, step back, chaturanga. We'll meet in down dog. So like I said, it's nothing crazy posture-wise, but meant to get your heart rate up. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step to your left thumb. Rise to a warrior 1. Inhale. Goddess pose to the right. Straighten your legs, reach up. Warrior 2 to the front. Bend your left knee. Inhale, reverse. Exhale for a twist. Right hand down, left arm high. Right knee to the mat, both arms up, low lunge. Exhale, vinyasa. And again, keep the focus on your breathing. Your breath is even in and out through your nose. You're trying to make the breath as long as possible and then link the movement with the breath. Inhale, left, right leg. Exhale, right foot, right thumb. Inhale, warrior 1, look up, reach up. Exhale, goddess to the left. Inhale, straight legs, look up. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, left hand down, twisting. Left knee down, inhale, arms up. Exhale, vinyasa. Left leg, inhale. Exhale, step. Right heel down, warrior 1. Inhale. Goddess, exhale. Straight legs, inhale. 2 to the front, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Right hand down, left arm high, exhale. Knee down, both arms up, inhale. Vinyasa, exhale. We'll take that one more time with a little addition on. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, step. Inhale, 1. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, rise. Exhale, 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, twist. Left knee down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands down. Tuck your left toes. Send your right leg up and back. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. Stay here or flip, wild thing. Right hand down, pigeon pose. Right knee, right wrist. Elbows or forearms, palms to the mat, whatever you like. Maybe block or bolster under your chest. Where can you soften a little bit more? Allow your breath to create space in those places of tension or tightness. Instead of backing away from that sensation, welcome it with your breath. Slowly walk your hands back under your shoulders, tuck your left toes, optional vinyasa, or just press back, downward facing dog, left side. Left leg, inhale. Exhale, step. Inhale, 1. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, straight. Exhale, 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, twist. Right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands plant. Left leg up and back. Knee bend, hip stack. Stay here or wild flip. Really strong through that right arm. Left hand down, pigeon pose. Same variation as the other side. Anything you want with the arms, the hands. Take rest, about 8 breaths. Welcome that sensation with your breath instead of shying away from it. How deeply can you breathe? How much more can you relax that left hip? Two more breaths. Start to walk your hands back under your shoulders. Roll onto your left hip. Open up to the right side so your legs are straight out. So you're facing the right side of your mat. I'm going to flip around just so I can face you. You're in a wide-legged seat. Reach your right hand towards your right foot. Send your left arm up and over. Now it's okay if your right hand doesn't meet your foot. You're just reaching in that direction. I want you to keep your left hip and left sitting bone pressing down. So if you're super flexible, what I like to do is bring the right hand in front of me towards the left hip, like I'm trying to pull it down, and then send the left arm up and over. Now it's a big stretch, so only go there if it feels okay. Come back up through center, left hand towards your left foot, the right arm up. Now it doesn't matter again if you can reach the foot or not. If you are feeling super flexy on this side, left arm in front, hold down the right hip and send the right arm up and over. Both feet stay flexed. Inhale, back up. Sweep your right leg to meet your left, top of the mat. Reverse table or reverse plank. Reverse plank is a little more challenging. Reverse plank, legs straight, reverse table, knees bent. Either way, hands behind you. Press into your hands, lift your chest, lift your hips. Reverse table or reverse plank. 3, look up towards the ceiling. 2, 1, slowly lower hips down, come all the way down onto your back. Relax completely, sprawl out, take a big breath in. Lion's breath. 1 more, so on your exhale, you let the tongue hang out, it's super audible. Great, from here we'll take 2 back bends, walk your heels close to you, we'll take bridge first, arms by your side, tuck your pelvis, lift your hips up, bridge. Press down through the back of your skull, engage the space where your hamstrings meet your glutes, feel a little stretch through the tops of your thighs, your hips. Slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, lower your hips down. You can take bridge again, or for upward bow, hands by your head. Fingers are close to your ears. Elbows pointing up. Same start. Lift your hips and then press into your hands. Lift your chest, your torso up. Now, if you've never done this before, I don't recommend this being your first time. Maybe in person under the supervision of an instructor would be best. However, if you've attempted it before, go for it. Press those hips up, trying to press your chest through your arms for 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin first, lower yourself down, back of the head to the mat, and then come out like you would from bridge. Knees to your chest, rock a little. Release your arms, wrap your right leg over your left, and let your knees fall to the left for a twist. Right arm to the right, long or cactus. Maybe your eyes closed or your eyelids heavy. Kind of let something go. I kind of like to use the left hand to almost like press that right thigh away, if that makes sense, or the right hip. So if you can think of like lengthening your right hip forward and the left hip coming towards you, to me, that makes the stretch a lot deeper. If that feels good to you, go for it. Unwind through center, reset your hips, wrap your left knee over your right, and then let your knees go to the right, gaze left. Again here, I like to use that right hand to kind of press the left hip away. It feels like a lengthening through the lower back and making more room to kind of wring out the spine, if that makes sense. Slowly unwind through center, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a thank you and an affirmation, maybe something you're proud of yourself for, something you did really well today or this week. Once you've come up with that, repeat it to yourself a few times in your head. Final resting any way that feels good. Shavasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. Just make sure you release any residual tension, maybe in the hands, the jaw, between your eyebrows. Let the mat, the ground, absorb any of that tension that you no longer have room for. Take a full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Shavasana. Slowly bring some awareness back to your physical body. Notice any subtle changes you might feel, whether that's physically, hopefully you feel a little bit looser and softer, or mentally a little bit lighter, less baggage. Take a big stretch, your arms overhead. Lengthen, kind of let your ribs flare up. And then bring your knees to your chest and roll to one side for fetal pose, where there's absolutely nothing left for you to do. No specific way you should look or feel. Make your way to any comfortable seats. Bring your hands to heart center, a sign of honoring yourself, honoring your teacher. And what I always like to say is that I am your guide, so I come up with these sequences and these poses to give you, but your body is the real teacher. Your body knows where to go. So honor that intuition on and off your mat. Full breath in, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your week. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I so appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button. I also really appreciate that. Make sure you tag me on Instagram when you practice with me. I love to see what you guys are up to and which classes you're enjoying. If you are interested in learning more about inversions and arm balances, you can check out my Vimeo link below. I do have a 1-week workshop for purchase. It gives you awesome tips and tricks for you to do at home. If you're interested in traveling with me, make sure to look at the description below. I've got some fun stuff coming up for that as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day.